The statements will be made in German and in Ukrainian and also translated simultaneously. Thank you very much, Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. We here are not far from a place that produced a peace treaty in the 15th century that was decisive for Swiss history. Our goals today are more modest. We will not be able to negotiate or even proclaim peace for Ukraine here on the Bürgenstock. But we wish to inspire a process for a just and lasting peace, and we wish to take concrete steps in this direction. For this reason, we have decided to organize this conference at the request of the Ukraine. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the trust you have placed in Switzerland. The world situation is difficult, far beyond the war in the Ukraine. Switzerland is committed to peace and dialogue. As a small but globally highly interconnected country, we, like other states, have an existential interest in an interest order based on rules and international law. The Charter of the United Nations forms the basis of a rules-based order. Russia's attack violates this in the most serious way. People in the war zones have been experiencing immeasurable suffering for almost 2.5 years. The erosion of respect for international law harms not only them, but everyone in the long run. If we wish to inspire a process towards peace, Russia must also be involved at some point in time. That is clear to all. As an international community, we can prepare the ground for direct talks between the warring parties. That is what we are here for. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the omens under which high-ranking delegations from 92 countries and 8 international organizations will be meeting here in the coming hours. It is pleasing that it was possible to achieve not only high ranking, but above all, very vast and broad participation. This would hardly have been possible without major international support. A whole range of countries campaigned for this conference in advance. Europe is strongly represented here today, but not alone. Influential countries such as India, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Kenya, and Mexico are among many others here. The aims of the conference are well known. We wish to inspire a process towards a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace for the Ukraine based on international law and the UN Charter. We wish to develop a common understanding of a possible framework to achieve this goal, and we wish to discuss how and under which circumstances Russia can also be involved in a future peace process. Discussions at the conference will therefore focus on 3 topics: nuclear safety, food security, and the human dimension. These are issues of global interest that directly affect a large number of states and have already been proposed in various peace plans for the Ukraine. These topics are also suitable, or seem to be so, for building trust. In concrete terms, the safe operation of all Ukrainian nuclear facilities, the unhindered export of basic foods, especially via the Black Sea, the exchange of prisoners of war, the release of arbitrarily detained Ukrainian civilians, and the return of abducted Ukrainian children. Countries that have experienced conflicts such as these themselves can contribute their experiences here. Ladies and gentlemen, It is important that the Conference on Peace in Ukraine is taking place and that it has found so much high-ranking broad support. This weekend, all participating states will be able to contribute their perspectives and ideas as to how a process for peace and dialogue can be shaped. Here, not far from a place that was groundbreaking for Swiss history, we can, I hope, take a first step together in the best interest of us all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Thank you very much, dear journalists and all those present. Today is the day of our joint success. Indeed, we all managed to give diplomacy a chance. Ukraine never wanted this war. It's a criminal and absolutely unprovoked aggression of Russia, and the only one who wanted it was Putin. But in any case, the world is stronger. That is why the peace formula was born, the formula of unity of the world majority for the sake of peace, for the sake of the full effectiveness of the principles and purposes of the UN Charter, international law, and thus global security. This is something that is close to every nation in the world. That is why we have managed to bring together 101 for now countries and international organizations. For today, such number of participants registered here in Switzerland for the first inaugural Peace Summit. Some other countries and leaders have shown interest in our summit and responded to the peacemaking impulse of the peace formula, and even if they are not here today at the first summit, we have succeeded in bringing back to the world the idea that joint efforts can stop war and establish a just peace. This idea will definitely work because the world has power. I thank each and every one of you who helped and helping. The peace formula was presented at the G20 meeting in Indonesia. After that, 4 meetings of national security advisors took place, and each meeting brought the world closer to the first peace summit. The first was in Copenhagen, Denmark, a good foundation for late then Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, fantastic hospitality which helped to attract more countries. The next stage was a meeting in Malta, which was very productive, and the fourth meeting was here in Davos, when there were already 82 participants. It was after that meeting that it became clear, and after our conversation with you, Madam President, during my visit to Switzerland, that we were ready for the first inaugural Peace Summit. Switzerland helped to implement it very effectively, with absolutely respect for each participant, and I am grateful for that. Today, the summit represents all parts of the world, all continents, different nations, both geographically large and small, every political pole of our world, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia, the Pacific, Australia, North America, all of them. The views, ideas and leadership of each nation are equally important to us. And everything that will be agreed upon at the summit today will be part of the peacemaking process that we all need. I believe that we will witness history being made here at the summit. Thank you for your support, and may a just peace be established as soon as possible. Slava Ukraini!
Mr. President, the conference is over. Thank you for your attention. Please.
Thank you.